Good morning. Very good morning. Professor Shri Prakash, Director, South Campus. Professor R.N. Was, Chairman, Governing Body, Deshbandhu College. Professor Rajiv Agarwal, Principal of the college. Professor Anil Rai, who is also the Treasurer of the college. Professor Harsha Baveja, Professor Ruby Mishra, respected principals of other institutions, outstanding faculty members, invited guests, my dear students, good morning to all of you again. So Deshbandhu College is organizing a conference on a very, very important, relevant topic, National Education Policy Implementation Challenges, Opportunities and Probable Outputs. Every word is important. Why it is important? Because right now we are in the implementation stage. But before discussing about the national education policy, first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you for completing 100 years. Delhi University has completed 100 years. 100 years of academic excellence, 100 years of performance, 100 years of leadership and accomplishments. We started with 3 colleges, now 90 colleges, 2 faculties, arts and science. Now we have 16 faculties in the university, 8 departments, 286, 750 students, more than 6 lakh students, 1,380, only 1,300 books in 1922. Now we have more than 7 lakh books, and digital books and digital databases are in addition to these 17 lakhs books. When we were in 1922, budget was only 40,000 rupees. Now it has crossed to 900 crores. First PhD was produced in 1948. After 10 years, we produced 28 PhDs. And in this convocation, University of Delhi produced 802 PhDs. 59 programs, 1947. And now we have 540 programs in the university. When it comes to the women, in 1931, we were having only 82 girl students in the University of Delhi. After 10 years, in 1941, 340. In 1951, 1,737. And now, in 2022 or 2021, we have 3,24,067 women students, which is just more than 50%. It's a great achievement that a university in India having 50% girl students on campus. I would like to congratulate all of you for that. When it comes to research also, I have shared this data on the first day also, because this is very, very important. I thought, let me share again. H index is 230 as per Scopus index, probably highest in India, highest by any Indian universities. University could publish Scopus index 57,873 research papers since its inception. This is also a very satisfying number. When it comes to the NAC, it is A+ grade 3.28 and a reputed seat of learning. Delhi University is serving not only Delhi, but also India. You will find Delhi University in every state, in every district, in every minds of India. What a spectacular, magnificent, and superb performance of 100 years. Congratulations. And our vision is what? Now, our vision for next 25 years is what? We want to place Delhi University in the league of first 200 world's best universities. We want to work on that. We want to work on every parameter. We want to work on every aspect of this. How can we reach that target? Because we have potential. We have capability. We have intentions. We have legacy. We have academic excellence. And we have institutions also. If we will not do, who will do it? So we will do it in another 10, 20, 25, maximum 25 years, that it will be placed in the first best 200 list. Deshbandhu College, as principal was telling me, started in 1952. 70 years of journey. You are also doing very well. Oldest and largest co-educational institution in south of Delhi, and doing very well. Really, it is very, very satisfying to note that an institution who started with 72 students, now you have 5,000 students, and the college was bifurcated into 2 colleges also. But performance, excellence, and doing good for others, I'm really very happy, and thanks to all of you. Now coming to the topic, national education policy. Last 2 years, we all were talking about it. We all were discussing, debating on it. So many conferences, so many seminars were organized for national education policy, awareness programs, various provisions of national education policy. But now time has come for its implementation. In University of Delhi, we have prepared an undergraduate curriculum also based on national education policy. And I hope that curriculum will ignite, inspire some of the other institutions of India so that they will follow us. They will be our followers. And Delhi University should take lead. We are doing it also, because issue here is the correct and timely implementation of national education policy provisions. We all crib many times that Macaulay did this, Macaulay did that. That was only 6-page document, which Macaulay implemented. But what is different? Britishers implemented not only in letters, but also in spirit. Now we have a very good document of more than 60 pages. Our job is to implement that. And if we will fail to do it, then we have no right to crib now. After the 75 years of independence, now time has come, and it's a real time for implementation. That's why our focus should be on implementation. But when we say we want to implement this, we are in the process of implementation. First, we have to understand the purpose of education. The point is, some things are written because many experts are invited. They will discuss about the provisions. I'm not going into those provisions, but I would like to address the spirit of national education policy, which is very, very important. We have to understand the purpose of education. Aristotle has defined the purpose. Purpose of education is learning to live together. If we cannot live together, purpose of education is defeated. Similarly, in Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, education is defined as समझ की समझ को विकसित करना ही शिक्षा है. समझ की समझ को विकसित करना ही शिक्षा है. Chandakya has also defined education. Education is best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. And education beats the beauty and youth. That is the power of education. Albert Einstein has defined education is not the learning of facts. It is rather training of minds to think. And Robert Frost, an American poet, you must have read Robert Frost. He said, education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing temper or self-confidence. Now, the point is, when I say these are the definitions of of education, and you will find so many definitions, but the point which I want to emphasize, the spirit of the national education policy, which is important, and we have to take decisions in the light of the spirit, and which is in the definitions of the different definitions of the education. When Honorable Defense Minister came on February 26th, 2022, and in the convocation address, he said, September 9/11 तो अमेरिका में 2 टावर गिराए गए. किन लोगों ने गिराए? वो सब पढ़े लिखे लोग थे, अच्छी उनके पास डिग्रियां थी, अच्छे घरों से थे, पैसे वाले घरों से थे. उसके बाद भी उन्होंने वो 2 टावर गिरा दिए न्यूयॉर्क के अंदर, वर्ल्ड ट्रेड टावर्स गिराए. These hijackers, those who did this, the hijackers of American Airlines Flight 11 and United Airlines Flight 175 were degree holders from good universities of the world. Some people were from Germany, some were from Egypt, some were from other European universities. They were having good degrees, professional degrees. Some were lawyers, architects, but they did that. And they were not from deprived classes. They were from rich families. They were from powerful families, and they were from educated families. But what was wrong? He said further, and age was, they were all were in the age bracket of 20 to 33. आप जैसे बच्चे थे, शिक्षा उनको अच्छी मिली लेकिन संस्कार नहीं थे उनके अंदर, और इंसान को मारना जो सबसे बुरा काम है वो आसानी से कर गए। तो जब हम शिक्षा की बात करते हैं, when we talk about education, संस्कार should be inside education. It is not different. It can't be separated. But we don't talk about it. We don't discuss about it. From the school education to this, we are not doing anything about this. This is a real challenge. And when we are in the process of implementation, we have to think that how can we do it? क्योंकि someone has rightly said कि किसी का दर्द देखकर जो आह निकल जाती है, किसी का दर्द देखकर जो आह निकल जाती है, यही बात इंसान को इंसान बनाती है. But we don't teach that. We don't discuss that. We don't work on that. Just a second. मुझे दे दो, मैं बंद करता हूं. So here the success is in its implementation. And Deen Dayal ji has rightly said and gave a theory of integral humanism, Ekatma Manavvad. He said there are four parts of the body: body, mind, intellect, and soul. सभी बात करते हैं body, mind, intellect, and soul, शरीर, मन, बुद्धि, आत्मा. And I said definition of भारतीय परंपरा is समझ की समझ को विकसित करना ही शिक्षा है. So education should work on बुद्धि. But here what we talk, what we practice, मन की करो किसी की न सुनो. We are working on मन, mind, और मन खुश भी होता है, दुखी भी होता है, गुस्से में भी होता है और कम गुस्से में भी होता है. But बुद्धि is a control mechanism on this मन. मेरी एक दोस्त है, वो बहुत अच्छा कहती है इस बारे में. वो कहती है सर मन की सुनो तो बहुत ही डेंजरस कॉन्सेप्ट है, क्योंकि मैं इमीडिएटली अनएथिकल हो जाती हूँ, इलीगल भी हो जाती हूँ. कई बार लगता है इसका सर फोड़ दो, फोड़ते तो नहीं ना. कई बार लगता है इसका ये नुकसान कर दो, करते तो नहीं ना. बिकॉज बुद्धि रोकती है. सो बुद्धि रोकती है, तो ट्रेनिंग ऑफ बुद्धि शुड बी द एपिसेंटर ऑफ एजुकेशन. It is like a control unit which we define in the computer science, that control unit which controls the memory, which controls the processing, which controls the registers. So that's why, we have to design instruments for this. We don't do it. We have not done it in last 75 years or 100 years of our education system. But as a teacher, it's our responsibility to work on these. How can we do it? This is really, really very, very important. Another aspect, our education system, complete education system is works around 3 words: compete, compete, and compete. From the very beginning, from pre-nurseries to PhD, our focus is on competition. We train our students, we prepare our students for competition. Maybe right also, but the point here is, if we focus only on the competition, we miss many things, because when we are in life, world expects us to collaborate, collaborate, and collaborate. Now we have to think that when we are implementing the national education policy, how can we transform, change from this compete word to collaborate? I do understand it's not easy, but we have to develop that mindset. We have to create that environment. छोटा बच्चा माँ देके जाती है स्कूल में आपको, कितने साल का, 2 या 3 साल का, 4 साल का, और 23 साल बाद वो बाहर आता है आपके पास. तो क्या कर रहा है वो देखो ना. मैं आज उस पर बात नहीं करूंगा. वैसे द पॉइंट इज, माँ भी बच्चे को कहेगी कि ये असाइनमेंट की है, किसी को दिखाना मत, क्योंकि मार्क्स तेरे कम आ जाएंगे. फादर भी यही कहेगा, टीचर भी यही कहेगा। कोलैबोरेशन का हमने स्कूल प्री नर्सरी से ही माहौल नहीं बनाया पीएचडी तक। डोंट शो इट टू योर कलीग, डोंट शो इट टू योर फ्रेंड, प्लीज डोंट शेयर योर असाइनमेंट। Then we expect that after 23 years this person will collaborate? No, person will not collaborate. उसका कसूर ही नहीं है, आपने उसको सिखाया नहीं, उसके मैकेनिज्म ही डेवलप नहीं किए। That's why, we should not promote individualism and selfishness in this. There should not be any premium to marks. That's why when we say we are now going for CUET, reason is what? Now the education system should focus on these aspects, not marks. You should focus on teaching, learning, research and other things. And जो अब लोग बोल रहे हैं मुझे कि एजुकेशन स्कूलों की तो जी जरूरत ही खत्म हो गई। I am really surprised to understand how. अच्छा इंसान बनाना स्कूलों का काम है। आप we are working in a framework, but still, our focus should be changed now, because in last 75 years and in the earlier education policies, emphasis was not there, but now emphasis is there. Another aspect is the transformation from rote learning to conceptual understanding. सभी बोलते हैं यार रट्टा लगा रहे हैं, बड़ा बड़ा दिक्कत हो रही है, but how to address this? When Britishers designed this system and introduced 3 universities, they were affiliating universities in 1857, Madras, Bombay and Calcutta. And they were having many affiliated colleges. Their purpose was very different. But now our purpose is very, very different, should be different now. Expectations are very different. So this rote learning concept, how can we minimize this? It's a challenge. It means what? Total examination system should be changed. Total evaluation parameters should be changed. Way in which we are teaching should be changed. Teaching pedagogies, new teaching pedagogies should be designed. Right now, maximum what we know Bloom's taxonomy. But when we design a question paper, design, describe, explain, enumerate, discuss, it means what? Student has no option but to mug many things. It means what? We encourage rote learning. So, but we should design, experiment, new things, project-based learning. Students should be interested in classroom. Many students come to me and say, sir, we don't want to come to classroom. We are not getting anything in the classroom. And classrooms are very boring. How can we make classroom interesting? Because it is, when we say student-centric means what? If students are there, we are here. We have to, and God has given this opportunity to us to prepare students too. But if students are not happy, if students are not satisfied, and their focus is only on marks, which is only level 1, but my dear teachers, think about new ways of teaching also. Then and only then the purpose of this national education policy will be fulfilled. Then another aspect is what? How can we practice? How can we teach or practice happiness? Most of the time now everyone is talking about happiness. बात करने से तो happiness आती नहीं है, पर इस कमरे में जितने भी लोग हैं खुश तो होना चाहते हो? चाहते हैं? देखो उस पे भी हाँ नहीं भर रहे क्योंकि चाहते ही नहीं है, उस पे भी हाँ नहीं भर रहे क्योंकि चाहते ही नहीं है, आपने सीखा ही नहीं बचपन से. An unhappy mind cannot teach or practice happiness. बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं हैप्पीनेस सिखाने, चेहरे पे हंसी है ही नहीं उनके, सारा टाइम टेंशन में और हैप्पीनेस पे लेक्चर दे रहे हैं, तो कैसे होगा? स्कूल के छोटे बच्चे को भी हम खुश रहना नहीं सिखाते, उसको भी डांट डपट के रखते हैं, जैसे मैडम बोल रही थी, सही बात है, हम रखते हैं. हमें खुद ही खुश रहना नहीं आता तो दूसरे को क्या सिखाएंगे? तो टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग ऑन हैप्पीनेस, क्योंकि जिसके पास जो होता है वो देता है. इफ समवन इज हैप्पी ही विल स्प्रेड हैप्पीनेस, इफ समवन इज क्रिटिकल ही विल spend criticality, if someone is complex he will spread complexity, if someone is negative he will spend negativity. अपने को पहले अंदर ठीक करना होगा. This is also the responsibility of the teachers, and we should organize training programs. पर उसमें अच्छे लोग ऐसे आए ना जो खुद भी तो उसके अंदर वो हो, खुद है नहीं दूसरे को पढ़ा रहे हो. इतने सारे तो गुरु हैं हमारे पास, खुद है नहीं उनके पास, हमें पढ़ा रहे हैं, कोई असर नहीं होता किसी के ऊपर. तो इसी तरीके से स्टूडेंट्स कैसे खुश रहेंगे? स्कूल वालों को भी बोलता हूं कि सिखाओ. यूनिवर्सिटी और कॉलेज वालों को भी बोलना चाहिए कि सिखाओ उनको कि कैसे खुश रहें। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है, क्योंकि हमेशा याद रखना कि वो शख्स जो झुककर तुमसे मिला होगा, वो शख्स जो झुककर तुमसे मिला होगा, यकीनन उसका कद तुमसे बड़ा होगा। But we don't practice. We don't practice at all. But you know, academic excellence, academic accomplishments are making people arrogant. अच्छे बड़े से इंस्टीट्यूशन में का हो आदमी, या बहुत सिविल सर्वेंट, ऐसे बोलना नहीं चाहिए, जो भी अच्छे अच्छे से हैं, उनको देखो ना, उनकी गर्दन ही नीचे नहीं होती, इतनी अकड़ी रहती है। वो घर में वाइफ से बात करने को ढंग से तैयार नहीं है, बच्चों से तैयार नहीं है। क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि वो एरोगेंस आ गई है उसमें। एकेडमिक एरोगेंस जो है वो बहुत रिस्की है, बड़ी खतरनाक है। नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी, if you have academic excellence, it should transform you into a humble man, not an arrogant man. But what is happening on ground is just reverse. If someone is coming from a good institution, वो 5 मिनट में ये बोलना शुरू कर देता है throughout his life. अरे आपके काम भी तो देख लो ना, क्या कर रहे हो? You are not making people happy. You are not making people comfortable. You are not making your house or home comfortable. लेकिन उसका भी कहाँ कसूर है? आपने सिखाया ही नहीं उसको। मैं उसका भी कसूर कोई नहीं मानता। He is your performer. But the point is, because we have not given any emphasis, any focus, any training on such things. That's why this national education policy and its provisions are very, very important, that we will not give any premium to individualism and selfishness. But you know, we should practice, we should teach our students that just help others without expecting anything in return. Just help others without expecting anything in return. World is a wonderful place. What goes around usually comes around. अच्छा करोगे अच्छा होगा, बुरा करोगे बुरा होगा। 90% ये ट्रू है। 10% इसलिए छोड़ देता हूँ कि डिस्कशन में मुश्किल हो जाती है, नहीं तो 90% ये ट्रू है कि if you are doing good to others, आपके साथ अच्छा ही होगा। And another important aspect which we should understand first, and then our students and policy should implement, is successful person feel that they are the sole proprietor of their success. They don't want to give credit to others. I have interacted with many performing successful students. They don't want to give any credit to their parents. दूसरों को क्या देंगे? They don't want to give any credit to their parents. Say, no, I worked very hard. I prepared for the exam. I cleared this examination. So total credit of the success, if you feel that you are the sole proprietor of your success, तो ये तो फिर शिक्षा गलती हो गई ना, because you can't be the sole proprietor. No one, it is just not possible. अरे हम कर्जा खाए बैठे हैं, हरिओम पवार जी की एक लाइन है बहुत अच्छी, अरे हम कर्जा खाए बैठे हैं इन अपनों की कुर्बानी का, हम क्या एहसान चुकाएंगे इनकी आंखों के पानी का। But you know, we don't want to teach them. We don't want to provide any space to such value system. अभी क्या होता है, कोई बच्चा मिले, आप भी सब बैठते हो, क्या पूछते हैं उससे कि what do you want to become? बोलेगा इंजीनियर, डॉक्टर, टीचर, लॉयर और समथिंग। यही सवाल पूछते हैं ना बच्चों से हम, what do you want to become? कभी किसी ने पूछा है what do you want to do in your life? Ask them, what do you want to contribute? Total scenario will change. We have to change the questions also. What do you want to become? Why? What do you want to do in your life? Then those who are from social science, I would like to request them, please conduct a survey, see the difference in the answers, and slowly and steadily you will feel the change in the mindset of our dear students. God has given us this work, which is very, very important. Very, very important. That's why when I find teachers critical, cribbing all the time, it pained me. Why should we? We are not here for cribbing. We are not here for any negativity. Otherwise, we will not inspire. Our presence will not inspire anyone. Please rethink about it. That's the purpose of education. And Albert Einstein has rightly said, weak people revenge. सबने सुना होगा बहुत, weak people revenge, strong people forgive, intelligent people ignore. but we have not taught our students that please ignore. अरे घर नहीं चलते इग्नोर किए बिना, तो देश कैसे चलेंगे? मानते हो ना? करना पड़ता है इग्नोर, पर आपने सिखाया नहीं, अपने आप को सीख गया तो सीख गया। शिक्षा ने नहीं सिखाया उसको कि बेटा इग्नोर कर। अदरवाइज तो यू विल फाइंड थ्योरीज लाइक प्रोज एंड कॉन्स ऑन एवरी थ्योरी। ये वाला आइंस्टाइन साहब बोल रहे हैं, हमारे यहाँ बोलते हैं जाकोबेरी चैन से सोवे वाके जीवन को धिक्कार, साला रिवेंज ही लो, अपनी भी जिंदगी खराब, दूसरे की भी खराब। बट यू नो, फॉर टीचर्स a set of expectations, but for a king other set of expectations. Raja cannot afford this because king's job is what? To protect the boundaries. सीमाओं की सुरक्षा पहला काम, दूसरा काम, तीसरा काम और 10वां काम भी वही है। Then and only then we can talk and discuss these, if our borders are safe. So expectations are different, but here in educational institutions we should teach our students. National education policy expects us, उसके इंस्ट्रूमेंट बनाओ ना, कैसे बनेंगे? मुझे भी नहीं आते बनाने, लेकिन सोचेंगे तो कुछ बनेंगे। This is the right time for such things, and India needs virtuous leaders. We don't need toxic leaders. We need virtuous leaders in all walks of life, in politics, in academics, in teaching. In some way we all want virtuous leaders, पर बनाने को तो काम आप कर ही नहीं रहे, आप तो टॉक्सिक बनाने को काम कर रहे हैं। मेरे पास टाइम कम है, नहीं तो मैं बताता कैसे कैसे आप टॉक्सिक बनाते हैं लोगों को in education system. Please change that. Think about that. Nobody wants toxic leader, but you know, इसीलिए घर घर में समस्या है कि our total education system is ignoring, not giving any weightage for virtuous leadership, which is very very important. इसीलिए अच्छाई को बोना सिखाइए, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स के हित में ही हमारा हित है। अच्छाई को बोना सिखाइए, उसका पेड़ बहुत अच्छा होता है अच्छाई को बोने का। क्योंकि किसी ने कहा, मैं कुंवर बेचन साहब की कुछ लाइनें मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगती हैं, दोबारा बोलता हूँ कि कोई उस पेड़ से पूछे मुसीबत में खड़े रहना, कोई उस पेड़ से पूछे मुसीबत में खड़े रहना, कि जिसने बाढ़ के पानी में भी सीखा अड़े रहना। मैं कितने ही बड़े लोगों की नीचाइयों से वाकिफ हूँ, बड़ा मुश्किल है दुनिया में बड़े होकर बड़ा रहना। पर आपने सिखाया नहीं बड़े होकर बड़ा रहना। मैं अपने लिए भी बोल रहा हूँ और सब टीचर्स के लिए भी बोल रहा हूँ कि आपने सिखाया नहीं कि बड़े होकर बड़े कैसा रहते हैं, क्योंकि आप जब स्टूडेंट थे आपको भी नहीं सिखाया। पर अब तो टाइम है ना कि हमें ये सीख लेना चाहिए कि बड़े होकर बड़ा रहना चाहिए। ये नहीं कि कोई आपसे मिल के गया तो उसे लगे कि किस छोटे आदमी से मिल गया था, कुर्सी तो बड़ी थी पर आदमी छोटा बैठा हुआ था उसके ऊपर, कुर्सी तो बड़ी थी पर आदमी छोटा बैठा हुआ था उसके ऊपर। That's why, you know, although these things are not easy, but first of all, if we convince ourselves, then we will convince others, and after that we will work for designing such instruments and methods and ways of teaching where premium is given to goodness, humility, protection of the national interest, Rashtraprem. But you know, in education system, if we don't give any place now also, then we will miss this opportunity. Then those who will follow us will not forgive us for our tardiness and negligence and complacent attitude. Please don't do it. This is the right time. And lastly, I say, someone has said कि सफर में मुश्किलें आए तो हिम्मत और बढ़ती है, अगर कोई रास्ता रोके तो जरूरत और बढ़ती है, अगर बिकने पे आ जाओ तो घट जाते हैं दाम अक्सर, न बिकने का इरादा हो तो कीमत और बढ़ती है। जिस देश में वाइस चांसलर रिश्वत लेते पकड़े जाएं तो उस देश का पतन कितना हो गया है ये आप सोच सकते हो। नाम भी नहीं लूंगा और बताऊंगा, आप जानते हैं अखबारों में कई दिन से चल रहा है। जिस देश के वाइस चांसलर रंगे हाथ रिश्वत लेते पकड़े जाएं, कितने शर्म की बात है, कितने दुख की बात है। आप एनईपी लाएंगे, उसके प्रोविजंस में अगर आपका इतना नहीं है कि डीएससी कर दिया, मल्टीपल एंट्री कर दिया, ये कर दिया, वो कर दिया, वो तो ठीक है, उसमें क्या है, पहले वालों ने भी कर दिया था, कोई चेंज नहीं आएगा। इट विल बी इंक्रीमेंटल चेंज ओनली। बट इफ यू वांट टू ट्रांसफॉर्म इट, इफ यू वांट टू, यू नो, आपका वाइस चांसलर कोई बनता है और वो पैसे लेते पकड़ा जाए रंगे हाथ, तो नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी क्या, कोई सी पॉलिसी क्या कर रही थी उसके साथ? ऐसा कोई एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करता, पर ऐसा हो तो रहा है ना। इसका मतलब देयर इज ए प्रॉब्लम इन आवर सिस्टम। And it is the responsibility of the teachers of India that please look, this is the right time. Government is with us, university is with us, regulator is with us, atmosphere is with us, society is with us. We should not miss this opportunity and do not think about the workload and बहुत छोटी-छोटी बातें हैं workload वगैरह. Don't worry, nothing will happen. किसी का कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. And I want a promise. Wherever I go, I want a promise that in our lifetime we will not do anything which is against the interest of the country, of our country. आप में से कौन-कौन है जो मुझे ये promise देना चाहेंगे कि we will not do anything in our lifetime which is against the interest of our country. मेरा आना इतने काम को ही था, बाकी तो उसकी भूमिका थी कि we need good leaders, we need vigilant citizens for India, and national education policy will help us, is an instrument to do such things. And I hope that we will be able to do something really good for not only for Delhi University, but also for the other university of our country. I am thankful to organizers for inviting me. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.